All right, hi guys, welcome back. So I've had a couple questions from friends about how I use my personal setup. So in previous videos, I've talked about an app called Explain Everything that I started out using, and then I've transitioned to a little bit more advanced setup for me. And so I did that mostly because the issues I had with Explain Everything I didn't like the load up speed. I really didn't like how long it took for it to download. I didn't like the compression part of it. It worked fine, but I felt like some of the quality was lost. So I was a little like, it'd be nice to set up something a little bit better. But I also knew like I just didn't have time. But during like I think it was during winter break or something last school year, I decided to go ahead and do a little bit more research, and I found the current software that I'm using. And what I wanted is the issue I had with Explain Everything, besides the load up, was I didn't like the video, and I like having video on my, video of me. I like my students being able to see me. It provides kind of like a personal aspect to them. You know, if they see you, then it's like they can make that connection. Some of the research I did with flipping the classroom before I decided to do it was that if you make the videos yourself, the students get more engaged. Because it's you, you're their teacher. They see you every day. So seeing you on the video is kind of a cool aspect for them. So I like doing that. So I liked actually having myself on the videos as well. So with the Explain Everything, what I didn't like is the angle. And that was always very difficult to correct because I was using my iPad, which is down. So I'm either looking down or it's shooting up. And a very vain personal reason was I just didn't like how I looked in the videos. And so I was like, I would really like to find something a little bit better that works for me. And so I decided to go ahead and do some research, and I found what I use currently. So what I use currently is something called ScreenFlow. And ScreenFlow is a screen capture or video capture basically software, but it's also editing software, and it's awesome. I love it. I originally started with ScreenFlow 5, and I am now using ScreenFlow 6. I just bought the current new updated version. It is $99. It is expensive, but it's a one-time fee, which is nice. And honestly, I've used it so much, I definitely feel it's been worth the money. The other thing is that, like I've said before, I use a Mac. I went to their website. I did not see ScreenFlow for PC on that website. So Telestream is the company that has ScreenFlow for Mac. And for me to purchase it was very easy. You can either go to their website or just go to the App Store. So if you have a Mac, you have this App Store, you just click on it, and you type in ScreenFlow, and boom, it pops right up. It just downloads real quick, and you're good to go. For PC, I did look it up. I found something that said ScreenFlow for Windows. I don't know if it's the same company. It didn't say Telestream, so I didn't see that, but it could be. I'm not sure. It's worth taking a look at. Another software program that you can use is called Camtasia. And that is around the same price range, around $100. It's also really good. I think those are the two common softwares used for video editing for people who do like vlogs and all that good stuff, online video stuff. So those are two options. Another option is just if you go to Google and you just type in screencast. Tons of stuff comes up. You have Screencast-O-Matic, which is free, and I have heard of. I played with it for like a second, but it didn't have enough of the bells and whistles that I wanted, but it's another great place to start. You have screencast.com by TechSmith. That's another one I looked at. That's not too bad. There's Screencastify. So there's other options out there to help to look at that are free. Now, granted, with the free ones, they're going to be a lot more limited, which is good or not good, depending on what you're trying to do. I wanted something that gave me I wanted something a little bit more advanced because I know I wanted to continue on with these videos and try to make them more advanced if possible. So that's why I went with ScreenFlow. But there's definitely some cheaper options out there. So the nice thing about these that I liked was, like I said, it's a screencast. So that means it's literally taking video from your desktop. And so like right now, and you guys aren't getting my full desktop because ScreenFlow has an option to cut some of it off. But right now you're literally looking at my desktop. So I'm going to minimize this. I'm going to go down to ScreenFlow. This is what ScreenFlow looks like, and click on it. I'm going to close that down. And when you go to use it, when you film a new video, this is what first comes up. So the audio might be weird because it's recording, but whatever. All right, so this is what you see when you go to record a new video. ScreenFlow is really nice in that you can record from your desktop. If you have multiple desktops, so let's say you have multiple screens, they would show up and you can select which one you want to record from. So that's a really nifty option. You can also record directly from your iOS devices now, which is really, really nice, because I like to use my iPad still because I like writing on my iPad. I like writing in the videos for my students and writing on slides and working through problems and whatnot. And that's very difficult to do from a desktop. It's doable. It's just more difficult. And I prefer using my iPad and my stylus. It's just a nice, easy way to do it. So being able to record directly from my iOS device is really, really nice. Now, the only issue with this is that if you're using ScreenFlow 6, it has to be a newer iOS device. So my iPad is an older one. I think it's like an iPad 2 or something. Like, it's so old, like I'll show you the thing. Like, I use this charger still, which is a really old school charger, and it does not read it. So you need to have a more current device, which is a little frustrating, but no big deal. And I'll show you how I got around that in just a minute. You record video from, you can turn this off. You don't have to record video. So like if I just went like this, boom, now you don't see me. But, oh no. But now you do. All right. So that's one thing you can do there. You can use just the camera that's built in, or if you have, I'm using a new webcam that I use, you can plug that in and read off of that. Then you have your audio. You either use your built-in microphone. The webcam I have has a microphone, but I also bought what is called a Snowball, and it's a microphone that I like to use. That was pretty cheap. And then the other thing that I really liked that I showed you guys was that you can actually do a partial screen capture. So you don't have to do the entire desktop. And I believe this is new as well, which is nice because before I'd have to edit the videos down, and I wasn't a huge fan of that. But now I can just capture exactly what I want. So that's what I'm doing right now. I've actually cut it off. You're not seeing my whole screen. You're just seeing part of the screen, which is really nice. So that's what the setup looks like when you go to start a new one. After you've recorded your video, you would get a screen that looks like this, and this is your editing video. And when you first look at it, if you're not someone who's used to technology, it could look very intimidating, but it's very, very easy to use. I'm not going to go over how to do any of the editing right now. I'll do that in later videos, but it's really user-friendly once you get going, and I really like it. It's just a really great piece of software that has just made making videos way easier than before. So I really, really like it. So I said previously that I have an older iPad, and so mine was not reading on this new ScreenFlow 6. And I previously was using ScreenFlow 5, which didn't have that iOS mirroring option. And like I said, I like to use my iPad because I like being able to write on it. It's easier for me. It's just nice. I like it that way. So I found a way around that by using the software called Mirroring 360. So I'm going to pull up their website real quick. So it's not free, unfortunately, but Mirroring 360 is basically you buy a piece of software. It's only $15. It's a one-time charge. You have it forever after that. I bought it, and now the only thing is it only works on the one device you download it on. So like I have a laptop that I'm going to start using at school for next year, and so I have to buy it again for that laptop specifically, which isn't a big deal. It's $15. Like, that's not a problem. I don't mind. But the apps that you download onto your device, rather if it's your phone, your iPad, tablet, Android, whatever, those are free. So you don't have to worry about paying for that. You just pay for the software on whichever computer you're mirroring to. So this is their website, mirroring360.com. Like I said, you can mirror to any device, to a computer, a PC to an Apple TV, an Android to an Apple TV, any device to an Android, and then they have other products as well. It's a really, really nice product. It works very, very smooth. I haven't had very many issues with it. I had one time there's a little glitch, and it wasn't a big deal. I just had to restart it. So you can do a free 7-day trial, and then the standard package is just $15. And then like if you're a school or something like that and you're doing more than just one person, you could actually get a package deal with them. So this is a really great piece of equipment or software to have so that you can mirror your device to any sort of computer. So the one thing I really like is that it's, like I said, super easy. So all you do is they give you step-by-step directions, which is nice. Once you've had it set up, you would just mirror it. I'm going to mirror my iPad right now, actually. So it says incoming connection. Let me move this over a little bit. So here's my iPad. All right. To mirror it, again, you just download it. You follow the directions to get it set up. You have to make sure you have the app on your device. And then for like Apple devices, you would just pull up this menu. Right down here, this would normally say AirPlay like this, and then it would just say iPad, and that means you're not, oh my gosh, you're not mirroring it to anything. Sorry, words like escape me all of a sudden. I believe it uses a Bluetooth connection or a Wi-Fi connection. You don't have to have it. That's the other nice thing, is you don't have to have it plugged in. So like if you're using this at school, like you can use your device, your tablet, as like a writing utensil, and you can mirror it directly to, like, say, your projector, and then you have kind of a more interactive projection. Plus, I like using that because then that way you can walk around the classroom. You're not tethered to a board. You don't have your back to them, which is something I struggled with when I first started teaching. It's a way to make sure you're still engaging while discussing with them. So all you have to do is do AirPlay. You select what you're mirroring it to. So mine is my MacBook Pro. Well, it's not a MacBook, it's a whatever. My computer, and then you just turn on mirroring, and then boom. Everything I do on my iPad, you will see on my screen now. So it's a really, really nice, easy piece of software to use, and the setup is super, super easy as well. And again, I just do that because I like writing on my iPad, and I like using that as kind of like a whiteboard when I'm making my videos. So I still use my iPad to mirror things too. You don't have to. You could use the ScreenFlow or some sort of screencasting software, and if you have PowerPoint, you could just hit slideshow, and the slideshow will come on your computer, and that software will capture that slideshow, and then you could just talk while you're going through the slides. It's really nice. It's made it super, super easy to make the videos. So I love it. So that's another option for flipping your classroom, is ScreenFlow or some sort of screencasting software. So I didn't go into too much detail with how to use ScreenFlow. I just kind of went over what it was. I will in later videos go over how to use it. And if you have any specific questions about it, just let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe, and please share with your friends, especially your teacher friends. So if you have any questions, please make sure you ask me. All right, thanks so much. Bye.